Late last night, a quote came through this writing instrument based on not assuming you know my walk. I mean, we're all guilty of thinking we know the story, when in reality, we can barely regurgitate the inside sleeve of an album cover. That's where most fans of music got their latest news from a band or a performer. Today, we just hit Google. And how much of it can we believe? I mean, not everybody sends out what PR firms do, and that is a one-page. Just enough real information to get a conversation started. But are we asking the right questions? Walking a mile in each other's shoes might actually lead us into an endless cornfield with no map. I have been there in Montana. How I got out? I relied on the position of the sun to lead me toward the assumed knowledge of where I was. Walking a mile in our own shoes. Think about that. You think you know who you are, where you've come from, what you've accomplished and what you haven't, but have you truly walked a mile in your own shoes with reality? Not the prefabricated photos that you post on social media, the reality of your moment of what is now, walking a mile in your own shoes. Hey, it's Arrow. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I sit back like a silent wolf and I watch. I observe, I study, I learn from, and then we talk. We teach each other new ideas, new ways to walk. Old habits are dropped. This is The Daily Mess. It's extremely difficult to look at the real world right now outside this writing window. I mean, with so much chaos and confusion, recklessness and delusion. The awareness factor tends to want to move inward by way of protecting what little space we have. That's comfort. A man wearing a mask and a fully loaded backpack in the front entered our store last night. He spent nearly 30 minutes in the bathroom. Because of the way of the world, we weren't comfortable, and our own security team was very, very nervous. The rest of us found no reason to do anything but wait for the worst. Well, the dude ended up spending nearly 2 hours in our location, finally leaving near closing time. Why? Well, the answer is simple. Because people can. Not one thing has been written that says you can't. A lot of things changed during the lockdown. Two major things that people have just gotten kind of used to. Wearing a mask to hide your identity. And number 2, bring in your own backpacks and bags. We're fine with that. But we don't know what's inside, especially a backpack that was worn on the front side of the body, not the back, the front side. What would you do in a situation like that? If you were to walk a mile in your own shoes, what would your actions and reactions be, knowing that somebody went into your place, right into the bathroom for 30 minutes? Have you spent 30 minutes in the bathroom with a backpack on the front? Well, when he came out of the bathroom, the backpack was now on his side. And as he made his way through the location, security walked around in a way of not confronting, but rather just being aware and letting him know that we were aware of him as well. Those moments when everything on the outside world, God bless every person who has been through this, especially in Maine just this past week. The outside world is speaking loudly. And for some reason, we are silent with our fears. A backpack on the front. You might be thinking, what's wrong with that? I wear a backpack like that all the time. Walk a mile in your own shoes. What are you silencing that could actually be awareness? I'm Arrow, and that's The Daily Mess.